Okay guys, making a song in Logic Pro X. These are videos I do from time to time for people who are beginners to Logic who want to record demos of their guitar based songs. In this tutorial we're going to do the song Fast Car by Tracy Chapman, and I'm going to show you another way to use the drummer track in combination with the arrangement markers to build a demo of a song. Alright, this song is just the same bits repeated over and over. The verse, and then there's 4 bars of outro playing after the verse and after the choruses, and then it's the chorus. So it's just verse, chorus, you know, those bits are repeated. Alright, so let's make the song. We're going to start with the drummer track in the genre rock. Create, and we get the drummer track. You get 2 bits of drumming on it, 8 bars long each bit. Get rid of the second bit. Okay, now let's just basically set the tempo. It's a bit fast, so I'll lower it down to about 100, which is fairly near the tempo of the song. Okay, now I chose rock genre when I built the drum track, so I get the default rock drummer Kyle, and he's fine for this because he's a straight head rock drummer. What we have to do now is get the right beat for our song. So let me just zoom in on this bit of drumming. When you zoom in vertically on a bit of drumming, eventually it separates into hi-hats and cymbals and louder drums at the bottom. So we can kind of see the beat we're making here, right? So I'm going to turn the fills completely off, so there are no drum fills in this bit of drumming. And I'm going to set the complexity ball here to 50% right in the middle, horizontally. And turn off the kick and snare. Let's start with the hats. You've got different hat patterns to choose from. I'm going to go with pattern 2. This gives me this hi-hat pattern. Bring in the kick and snare, and now I need to find the right beat for this song. Now, the beat that we need is going like boom da boom, boom da boom, boom da boom, boom da boom, like that. Okay, so with the kick and snare pattern select here, pattern 1 is this. Let's put a little cycle range there. Pattern number 1 for kick and snare is this. It's the wrong beat. Pattern 2, wrong beat. Pattern 3, wrong beat. Pattern 4, sorry, wrong beat. Pattern 5, and that's the beat. Ba da 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 do ba. Da 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 bo da bo ba da ba bo da bo, like that. Okay, fine. And now I'm just going to lower the loudness down until I get the drummer playing a side stick instead of a snare. And there's the beat. Next thing is play along and make sure the tempo's right. We could do it at this tempo, probably. But if I need to tweak it, I could tweak it down a little bit slower, like say 98 beats maybe. Yeah, I'll go in 98 beats. There we are, done. Tempo set. Drum beat is created. Now this song just repeats the same bits over and over and over. Okay, so if you're building your song, and it's the same bits repeated over and over, we've set the beat first, the core beat for the verse. Okay, now we bring in the global tracks, and at the top is the arrangement marker track. As I showed you in the previous tutorials, if the arrangement marker track isn't there, then right click in this area, bring up the shortcut menu and at the top here it will say show arrangement. Tick it and you'll see the arrangement marker track. So we put in default 8-bar arrangement marker in above this drumming beat we've set, and this is the intro. I'll set it to intro. Right, now this time, unlike the previous tutorial where we did the song slow down, we're not letting the drums be created automatically to match the markers. We've made the beat manually, we're putting a marker above it. There's our 8 bars of intro. Okay, now Alt, I copy the marker which copies the drumming. Boom. So I've got now a second 8 bars of the same drumming. This is verse. Okay, now after each verse there's 4 bars of outro playing. Also after each chorus there's 4 bars of outro playing. So I'll Alt copy this across again, which copies the drum content underneath it. So now I've got 1, 2, 3 bits of drumming the same. And this I'm going to shorten to 4 bars. Shorten the drumming to go with it. So there's my 4 bars of outro. That happens after each verse and after each chorus. Okay, and then, well, in the real song you've got intro, then verse, then 4 bars of outro verse playing, then second verse, 4 bars of outro playing, then third verse, 4 bars of outro playing, then 4 bars where she sings you're going to fast cars, fast enough so we can fly away, you're going to make a decision, live tonight, live and die this way, and then 4 more bars are playing, and then it goes into the chorus. So there are 3 verses and a little sub-chorus before it gets to the chorus. But I'm going to do the technique of that I'm going to show you, where we're going to use the markers to build the structure of our song. So all I need is because it's the same bits repeated over and over, all I need is the intro, the verse, the 4 bars of outro, and then my next, copy these drums over, I'll make a new marker. This can be the chorus, and copy the same pattern over. There's the chorus. Okay, now for the chorus drumming, I select the drumming. I'm just going to bring it up louder with the ball here, push it up about 50% loudness, a little bit more complexity, so that I get snare playing rather than side stick playing in the chorus. The drummer plays louder and he plays on the snare. Now the chorus is actually 9 bars long, not this default 8 bars we got here. So it goes, I remember driving in your car, speed so fast felt like I was drunk. City lights lay out before us and your arm felt nice wrapped round my shoulder, and I had a feeling that I belonged, and I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone, and then da 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 da, we're back in. So we need it to be 1 bar longer, so I'll bring this marker out 1 extra bar, bring the drumming out 1 extra bar. Right? And we've increased the loudness for this bit so we get snare playing instead of side stick playing for the chorus. Right? Now these are the bits that we build our song from, so that's all I need to build the structure of my song, which I'm going to do with the arrangement markers I'll show you. Okay? They're the core bits. So we're ready to get a guitar down, but I'm going to actually push the tempo to 100. Okay? Right. Fix your tempo properly before you start recording guitars. I'm going to go a little bit faster. Okay, so let's make a new track, ready to put a guitar down. Let's close the editor. New track. If you're recording an electric guitar, then you choose guitar or bass track, receiving on your line and instrument level input on your audio interface, where you plug your guitar in. And then once you've created the guitar or bass track, you choose from the library a guitar amp preset. But we're recording an acoustic guitar, so I choose audio, receiving on my mic input, which is input 1 for me, create. Okay, with the track selected, library, acoustic guitar, I'm going to choose natural strum, close the library. So there's the natural strum preset on the track, here's its channel, there. Okay, now we're ready to put the guitar down. On audio tracks, put the input monitor on, you've got a tuner. It's not a good tuner. If you've got a different tuner, I'd advise you using a different tuner, but tune your guitar, it must be in tune. Okay, so I'm ready to record the guitar. We're playing with a capo on the 2nd fret. So I bring the drums up nice and loud with the volume level for the drums here. Bring it up nice and loud so I can really hear the timing of the drums. And if I need more volume, my headphones should be up decent level, but if I need more volume, bring the master volume up here. Okay, and then this controls how loud you hear the guitar when you're playing. Okay, this doesn't control how loud the guitar is going to be recorded. That is controlled by the input level you set on your audio interface where you plug the guitar or the mic in. But this just is how loud we hear it. So I'll just play along a little bit with the drums, make sure that the guitar isn't too loud in my monitors. Input monitor on, I can hear the guitar, the mic. Here we go. Okay, that's all right. So we're ready to get the guitar down. So play at the beginning, record, counting. I'm going to set a 2-bar counting, and we're ready to record. Here we go. So I'm just going to record the intro, verse, outro, 4 bars, and the chorus, which is 9 bars long. Here we go. Ooh. There we go. There's a little bit of overspill at the end of the recording, so set my snap menu here to snap regions to absolute value, tick that, so it's ticked. Set the snap to beat, and then I can snap the end to beats. It snaps to beat lines, so I can bring it in and snap it exactly to the end of the chorus. That's it. There's my first guitar. Not great playing, but now I'm going to double track the guitar because it's double tracked in the song. So track selected, duplicate track button here, boom. New guitar track the same, lower the previous one down a bit. Input monitor on, play it at the beginning, let's double track. Here we go. Goes me double tracking. Okay. Snap the overspill to the end. Now there's the bits we need to build the song. Okay, so before we start using the markers to copy and build our song, let's put the bass in. New track. Now again, if you're going to record a real bass, choose guitar or bass, receiving on your line instrument level input on your audio interface. Once you've created that guitar or bass track from the library, choose a bass amp preset, and then plug your bass in and record real bass. But I'm going to use an instrument, so software instrument, create. There's the instrument track, selected, library open, bass. I'm going to choose the thumb bass. Okay, you can choose any bass. You can change these afterwards. You can change the guitar presets afterwards. You can change the sound of the drum kit afterwards. I'm going to go with thumb bass. Okay, so the thumb bass track, there it is, selected. Look down its channel here. There's a chorus on it. I'll just take the chorus off. Right. So now I get the pencil tool and put a 1-bar empty region in. Make it 2 bars long like that. It's like one cycle of the guitar playing. Put a cycle range around it, and let's get the bass together. I'll just lower the drums a bit now. Okay, so the bass. Boom, 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 boom. So we're playing with a capo on. It's C, G, but we're playing with a capo, so we're starting in D there. Now I'm going to put the notes in where the pushes are. There's the next push. I'm doing this an octave up, right, higher up than the bottom E. And then it's a harmony bass for the next bit. But and then there's the note positions. Now just bring the notes out. Like that. A little bit short of that one. Okay, there it all is. So let's grab it all and lower it down an octave. Okay, now the only thing is that's lower than the bottom E, I think, on a bass, because the bottom E on a bass is the E above C, 1 there. So we're actually playing a tone lower than the bottom E on an acoustic bass or an electric bass. So I don't know how they did this, whether they used the bass player detuned, but he must have done. But anyway, because of the capo guitar. Right, so there's the bass. So this just plays over and over the same. So copy, copy, copy. Right, so there's the bass for the intro section. Okay, so we copy that over to the verse, it's the same. And then the outro is the same, so copy 2 of them over for the outro. So there's the outro of the verse playing. And then we're into the chorus, so I'll copy 1 pattern across to the chorus, cycle range around the chorus. So in the chorus we go up. Well, it's still stays on the D, but I'm going to go up an octave. So it's same push positions, but this is a 3 push, so I'll put in a 3rd note. Just copy that one across. So we got push, push, push. Right, boom, boom, boom. But here I'm going to do a climb on the last note. So 2/8 like that. So boom, 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 boom. And then it'll be 3 pushes again here. Boom, boom. Copy that note across. So I'm going to do the same, like I've got the little 2/8 doing a climb up there. Here at the end, we're going to do 2/8 doing a little climb down to the next bit, like that. Copy this pattern across to the next bit. Da, 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 to the F sharp. But I could go to a higher F sharp. There. So boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. So chorus from the top. We got the first 2 bits of bass. Right, so copy that one over. And let's do this bit here. Dun, 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 dun. Like that. So like that. And that repeats. Copy it over for the next bit. There. And the final bit, copy over the very last bar. Like that, and then shorten the pattern so it's just 1 bar. And that sustains to the end like that. There. And there's the bass for everything. Right? Verse, intro, chorus. Same for the verse. Same for the outro 4-bar section. And then into the chorus. Right, there we go. That's all the bits we need to build the song. So now we can build the song. And we do it by just copying the arrangement markers about. We've got all the bits underneath. And when we copy an arrangement marker, it will chop any audio. Like if I take this arrangement marker and copy it across here, it will take the drumming with it here. Anything under that marker will be moved with the marker. So it'll chop the 2 bits of audio there and move them with the marker, and it will move the drums and the bass as well. So our actual song, I've got the bits here: intro, verse, 4 bars of playing, and the chorus 9 bars. Now actually it's 3 verses before we even get to the chorus. So we take this verse plus its 4 bars of outro, Alt, copy those markers across, and by the way, I selected both markers by holding Shift. Copy them across with Alt and drop them behind the last verse marker. Boom, it pushes the chorus up. So we got 2 verses now. Again, we need a 3rd verse. Alt, copy the 2 verse markers across, drop them behind the last verse marker. Boom, the chorus is pushed up again. So there's verse 1 with outro, verse 2 with outro, verse 3 with outro. Now after that outro, she sings, "You got a first car, is it fast enough so we can fly away? We got to make a decision, live tonight, live and die that way," which is 4 bars. So we take that 4 bars after the outro, copy the marker across. There's our leave tonight, live and die that way. Then there's another 4 bars of playing, copy the marker. Then it goes into the chorus. So there we have the bit all the way to the chorus. After the chorus, there's 4 bars of the outro playing. So grab the outro 4 bar marker, Alt, copy it behind the chorus. Then we're into the verse. So verse plus the 4 bars of outro for the verse. Copy. Boom. Then we're into the chorus. Chorus with the 4 bars of outro. Copy. Then we're back into the 5th verse, final verse. Verse and 4 bars of outro. Copy. And then we're into the final chorus. Chorus and 4 bars of outro. Copy. Okay, I'm just copying the bits over. Right, so now we've got intro, verse 1 plus outro. Verse 2 plus outro. Verse 3 plus outro. Then you gotta make a fast car, live tonight and die this way, we're gonna make a decision, live tonight, live and die this way. Then 4 bars of playing again, outro. Chorus, first chorus. 4 bars of outro. Fourth verse plus outro. Chorus plus outro. Fifth and final verse plus outro. Chorus, final chorus plus outro. Then after that outro of 4 bars, she does "You Got a Fast Car." Is it fast enough so we can? So again, we copy that 4 bars. Copy. There's our bit there. She sings again there, the little refrain. You know, "You got a fast car. Is it fast enough so we can fly away? You got to make a decision. Live tonight, live and die that way." And then the final bit to the final chord. 4 bars of the outro playing. Another 4 bars copied across, but the last bit is only 3 because it's 4 plus 3, 7, and we end on the 7th, right? So, there's the structure built. Now we need to fix the ending. It does after the "You got a fast car." So here she sings, "You got a fast car. Is it fast enough so we can fly away? You gotta make a decision. Live tonight or live and die this way. Da 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 da. 1 da da. 2 da da da. 3 da da. 4 da da da. 5 da da. 6 then da 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 da. And then it ends there. Right there. So bring the drums in like that. Okay. Now the playing, we got to end on a single chord, so I need to drop in the guitars for the final bit. So knock that bit of guitar out, choose the guitar track, play head to the beginning of that last bit there, and it's going to play da 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 da, and then da 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 da, and just stop with that final chord left to decay away. So we need the little fill at the end for the drums. So we get the scissors, chop that last bit of drumming off, because here we're going to get that da 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 da, and it ends on that. Right. So with that final bit chopped off, I select it, right click on it to bring up the shortcut menu, convert it to MIDI. Now it's converted to MIDI. This will still trigger the drummer, the drum kit. Double click to open it, and let's put our little fill in at the end. View menu, drum names, so we can see the names of the drums. So this is the last bit, and that's the final hit of the drums there. So these come out, and this wants to be a crash with a little bit more velocity. There we are, and that's a snare. That's it. Then let's fix the bass. We just need that final note. So this final note, I'm going to bring it right out like that. Because the bass is going to just decay away to silence, right? Okay. So let's knock out that other bit of guitar. There we go. And now we're going to just record the 2 final bits of guitar, because we've got to play the cycle and end on the da 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 da, holding the chord, just letting it decay away. So play it to the beginning of that section, snap there. First guitar track selected. Input monitor on, hit record. I'll get 2 bars. The playhead will back up 2 bars because I've got 2 bar counting. I'll get 2 bars of music, and it will drop into record there where I've snapped the playhead. Right, here we go. Okay, that's one. Let's do the other one. Sounds a bit out of tune with the bass, but anyway. Input monitor on, play it to the beginning of the section. Let's do the second guitar. Here we go. Okay, there's the ending. Okay, sometimes you might have to put in a little extra bit like that, but sometimes you can just, if we were doing a fade out, we just copy the bits over and do a fade out. Right, and the bass, that note needs to last as long as the guitars, so I'll just bring it out longer. And we're going to do a fade out on this final bass note. Right. So make the note last as long as the guitars take to fade away. Right, and then we'll do a fade out on this note at the end. I could do a fade out inside the region here if I wanted to, but with the automation, the MIDI draw in here, I could choose volume and do it inside here. I don't know if I want to do that, because that can affect things if you start changing the level of the bass on the fader here. So we'll leave that for now, and there's something we can do at the end. Right. So there's the end bit done. Apart from the bass fading out to match the guitars. Right. Well, that's all that. Now what we need to do is let's get a vocal down. Obviously, you know, I'd spend a bit more time with the guitars and bass. I'd have played better. I'd, you know, maybe put some extra little tweaks in the bass, some little licks, but that'll do. I'm just showing you the basics of how you do the copying to build the song, right? So we've got our two guitars there. Okay, now I'm going to get the vocal down, so I'm going to Alt left click on the volume fader for the drums here, set them to their default, just quickly balance the guitars. Just quickly balance the guitars and bass to the drums. Right, ready to get a vocal down. So new track, audio, receiving on my mic input, create. There's the track selected in the library. Voice, I'm going to choose classic vocal. So there's the classic vocal on the track. Here's its channel. I'm going to take the tape delay off, just turn that plugin off so I don't get delay. Lower it down a bit. Input monitor on. You got a fast car. A little bit less reverb with the auxiliary send there. You got a fast car. Now, I'm not a great singer, right? So I'll just quickly try and whack the vocal down. I've got the lyrics here. There they are. So I'm going to record from the beginning of the verse. So I'll snap the player to the beginning of the verse like that. Input monitor on. Let's do it. Let's get this vocal down. You got a fast car. I want a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we'll make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place. You got a fast car. Fast enough so you can fly away. We gotta make a decision. Leave tonight or live and die this way. There we go. Try to do my little Tracy Chapman impression there. Oh yeah. Now, we don't need that last bit of singing. That's just silence. I'll just bring that back to there, somewhere like that. All right, there you go. There's a vocal, and well, that's it really. I mean, I've shown you like how to do it. You know, then all you would do now is do a balance. So set the drums to their default by Alt left clicking on their volume control there to 0. And then balance the guitars here at this point with the library open. You can change the acoustic guitar presets, try different ones. Like this one I could choose the sharp chorus. Yeah, so I've got a chorus on that guitar. Let's listen to it soloed. I mean without the other one. I'll pan it slightly to the left, the other one here without the chorus, pan it slightly to the right, balance them against the drums. Balance the bass. Now the bass here I can change to any other bass preset. With it selected I can open its amp on the channel here. I can choose a different amp. Just go through them. got a fast car. I quite liked that one. On a ticket to anywhere, maybe we'll make a deal. So I'll just tweak it a bit. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Right, let's shut that vocal up. Shut up! Right, so let's just check that. Okay, with the drums here I can change their, bring in the smart controls, change the level of kicks, etc. I can change the whole kit if I want. With the drum track selected, we've set the drums now. We're not going to. This won't change the kit. Won't change the playing. I use the default drummer Kyle. His kit is the SoCal. There it is in the library selected. But I could try a different one like East Bay. This is the East Bay kit. Or the Portland kit. Just change the kit. Portland kit. A bit up front that one. Bluebird, etc. So you can try changing the kit. I'm going to stick with these SoCal though. So you can tweak the level of things here. Balance your guitars. You can, as I said, I've changed the preset for one guitar. Balance the guitars and bass. Get a good balance. It won't be the final perfect balance, but a decent balance. Then get the vocal balanced in. I want a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we'll make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got a little bit of compression on the vocal there. Got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove. Maybe we'll make a deal. A little bit of reverb on the vocal there, not spring, just some of the plate. Bit of compression, you know, tweak the EQ if you want, etc. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Okay, so we got a decent balance, and now we'll do the little bit to do the bass note fade out at the end. So I'll bring in the track automation. We'll go right to the end. Right to the end. Dum dum dum, zoom in. Okay, so here's the bass. We choose, and you must have got a balance at this point. Get a decent balance, all right? Bass track, choose volume. Now there's that final bass note. Let's zoom in a bit more. See that? There's that final bass note. The guitars hit the final chord and they decay away naturally. The bass note continues. We need to fade that bass note out. So you've got your balance now. Just so that final note, after it's been hit, I put another node in on the volume line, then another node at the end before the end of the note down at silence, and then I'll put a little curve in like that, fading my bass out. So the bass note will be fading out with the decay of the guitars. Like that. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, right, there's the little fade out. We can turn off the track automation now so it's not visible, but that fade out is still there on the bass note. Okay. Right, and then the final thing you do, if you want to, you don't have to, but you can. Obviously, you listen and tweak and listen and tweak and listen and tweak your mix. But the final thing we can do is we can put a master preset on the final output. So you've got a decent balance at this point. You've done your little fade out on the bass, and we go to the track menu, show output track. That creates the output track. This is a track for the final channel in Logic's mixer. So the whole mix goes through this track in its channel. Right? I'll click that, should be at 0 dB. So with this track selected in the library, we can put a factory preset on, which adds EQ, compression and things across the final channel to give your mix some gloss. So I could choose ballad, and it beefs up the mix. Or broadcast ready. So I'm going to go with that broadcast ready. Now once you put the preset on, because it adds EQ, compression, etc., it may change the balance a bit. So now then you can get the smart controls again, and you can tweak the levels of the drums. You might want to lower or raise the kick or snare, etc. You know.
You got a fast car, I want to take it to anywhere. Maybe we'll make a deal.
Now the bass, if you need to adjust the bass level in the final mix, we've put the fade out in for the bass note at the end, so we can't adjust the level on the fader because we've got a track automation line fixing the volume all the way across to that fade out. So to adjust the level of the bass, this is why you need to get a good balance before you do that fade out. To tweak the bass, we just open its amp here, and I can tweak its level on the master or the output here.
Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, I got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove.
So you can use that to level your bass. So just a little final tweak. Tweak the drums, tweak the bass, tweak the guitars, whatever.
You got a fast car, I got a plan to get the sound.
A little bit louder with the vocal.
Out of here, been working at the convenience store. Managed to save just a little bit of money. Won't have to drive too far. Just cross the border and into the city. You and I can both get jobs. Finally see what it means to be living. See, my old man's got a problem. He lives with the bar, that's the way it is. Said his body's too old for working.
I'm just taking a bit of mids out of the guitars here.
His body's too young to look like his. Mama went off and left him.
And then I'll raise them up in level just a smidge because I lowered the mids.
She wanted more from life than he could give. I said somebody gotta take care of him. I quit school, that's what I did. You got a fast car, too fast enough so we can fly away. We gotta make a decision.
And there you go, that's it. Okay, so you just go through and give your mixer a tweak like that. I've saved the project now, and we can now do a final few things to finish up. The first thing is we haven't put any drum fills in, so let's quickly do that. So here's the first chorus. I don't want any fills leading from the intro into the verse or between the verses, etc. I'm just going to go to the first chorus here and just zoom in. And here's the chorus drumming, and I'm going to put a fill on the previous bit of drumming leading into the chorus. So get this bit of drumming, double click, turn up the fill control here, and I get a fill at the end of this bit leading into the chorus.
So I remember.
And if I just tweak this fill control each time I get a different fill at the end of this section.
So I remember.
Okay, there's the fill I want going into the chorus. Then I'll select the chorus drumming. I want to fill at the end of this leading out of the chorus, so I select the chorus drumming, push up the fill control, I get a fill at the end. Let's try this one.
Be someone, be someone.
Okay, that's that, and then we'll go forward to the next chorus. Select the bit of drumming before that, so I'm going to put a fill leading into the chorus. So this bit of drumming, push up the fill, get a little fill at the end there.
So I remember driving.
Then select the chorus, so put a fill at the end of this leading out of the chorus. So select that bit of chorus drumming, push up the fill control, get a fill at the end there.
Be someone, be someone.
Yep, that's nice. And then go to the next chorus, bit of drumming leading into the chorus, put a fill at the end of that. Try and get a different one here. because each time you tweak this fill control you get a slightly different fill. Let's hear that.
As I remember,
tweak it again, I get a different fill again.
as I remember, driving in your car.
Okay, that'll do, and then I'll put a fill at the end of this, so select that, so I get a fill. I'll put a fill at the end of the chorus leading out of the chorus, so push the fill control up and put a fill at the end of this chorus drumming.
Be someone, be someone.
I got that fill already, so I'll try a different one. Let's push this up, try a different one.
Be someone, be someone.
Yeah, that's quite nice, that one. Let's try a different one. Every time I tweak this I get a slightly different fill at the end.
Be someone, be someone.
Yeah, that's nice. And we'll move forward. And that's it. That's done. So we put fills in now. Just we've got only fills leading into the chorus and out of the chorus. So the first chorus here, there's a fill leading into the chorus.
Oh, I remember driving.
Then at the end of this chorus there's a fill.
Be someone, be someone.
Okay, then forward to the next chorus, there's a fill leading into it.
Oh, I remember.
And there's a fill at the end of the chorus leading out of it.
Be someone, be someone.
And then the last chorus here, there's a fill leading into it.
As I remember.
And there's a fill at the end leading out of it.
Be someone, be someone.
Okay, so we'll put the fills in now. The next thing we can do is, we go right to the very end of the song. Right to the end. And we've got that final chord on the guitar being hit, and then the guitars decay away to silence holding that final chord. Going to reach silence about there, and if we bring in the track automation, we're doing that fade out on that long bass note. So the bass note fades out as the acoustic guitars decay to silence, and they all get quiet about here. So, but then there's, after the acoustic guitars have decayed to silence about there, there's a little bit of extra recording at the end before I hit stop. But this is just silence, but there's going to be sound of the mic on here. So I can do a fade out on the master track right at the very end, just to fade the master down to silence, to close the master channel down to complete silence and give a nice fade out to silence, so we don't hear this bit of microphone silence here, which will be the sound of the room, right? So on the master track here we select volume. It should be at 0 dB, the default. That grey line coming off is at 0 dB, and just where the silence finally is reached we put a node in on the master track volume control automation line, and then another node and fade it down to silence there at the end. Just put a little curve in like that. So when the guitars have decayed to silence, whoopsie daisy, this should be down at 0. When the guitars are just reaching that point where they're decaying to silence, the master fade is going to fade down to silence the whole ending. So you get a nice, quiet, clean ending. That's another thing we can do. Let's turn the automation display off now. And then there's another little thing we can do. In this song, it begins with a little hi-hat count. There's a 1 bar count in the beginning. The first 2 beats are a silent count, and then on the 3rd beat it goes for the 3rd and 4th beat. So we can put that in. There's this little hi-hat lick at the beginning to introduce the song. So what we do is this final marker, it was originally the 4 bars like that. Now if you've got music like the decay of these acoustics and this bass note sticking out the end of the final marker, just bring it out, the final marker, and make sure it's exactly the same level as the end of the actual any recorded music, or bring it out a little bit further, 1 bar extra. Okay, doesn't matter. And then we add 1 extra marker at the end. So I'll add 1 extra marker, arrangement marker, boom. And we're going to shorten this to be 1 bar in length, and I'm going to give it a custom title with the rename. I'm going to call it Count Dracula, Count in. And then we just grab this little 1-bar marker titled Count in, and we drag it right to the front of the song. Come on. Right to the front. Come on. And here we are. And then we just stick it at the front like that. Let go. Boom. Pushes everything else up. So now I have this little 1-bar count in at the beginning. 1-bar count in marker. Okay, and now what we do is we pencil in an empty 1-bar MIDI region on any instrument track, like I'll use the bass track here for example. Or I could just paste in a drummer region there, and then right click on it and convert it to a MIDI region. Otherwise, you pencil in an empty MIDI region on any instrument track and drag it up onto this drummer track. But I'll pencil in a drummer region like that, right click on it, convert it to a MIDI region. Right. Okay, now double click, open that in the editor, get rid of all these notes. Okay, you want drum names on so you can see the name of the drums, and we're going to put that little hi-hat count thing at the beginning with the closed hat. There it is. So the first count is silent, the second beat is silent, and the hi-hat comes in there on the third beat, and it's just like this. Like that. 1, 2, yeah, and that's the little counting hi-hat lick at the beginning done. And yeah, so there you go. And then there's the little extras, the fills, the master fade out to close the final channel down to silence at the end to make a nice silent ending, and the little hi-hat lick count at the beginning. And now it's just a matter of going and again tweaking your mix, you know, using the smart controls, and of course for the bass, because we've got that final bass note being faded out with the track automation, if we want to adjust the bass we do it on the amp to adjust its level, you know, with the master control here. So yeah, that's it. And just to end a little story, or tell you a little story, years ago when I was younger, I was signed to a very prestigious management company that handled producers only. I got signed up to them as a youngster because I had a bunch of tracks that were being chased by a load of labels in London and America. And the guy who did the Tracy Chapman album that this song is from, the big first album, he was also one of the producers signed to this management company. And I was in the office one day and my manager went, this is whoever, you know, he did that first Tracy Chapman album. Oh right, yeah. And I think he said to me, don't quote me on this, but I think this was 2 years after it had been released, I think, roughly, or 3 years. And he said, oh yeah, I think he'd made like 2 million off just the 4 points, which is a percentage you get with each sale as the producer. Anyway, you know, I said, oh hey, I really love that album. You know, I said to this guy, you know, I can't remember, he said, oh yeah, I've got an album, love it, great album. You know, I'm a beginner to producing. Any tips? And he gave me a few tips, and then I said, well, how did you do that album? It's got great sound to it, that really raw sound, you know. He said, well, we you know, set the mics up, got the band all mic'd up and everything, and you know, got the monitor mix and everything set up, got on the board, and then we went down the pub. And then we came back when they'd finished recording and gave the mix a little tweak, and that was it. But that's the thing about that album, isn't it? It's got that really clean, raw sound, sort of unmessed with. It just sounds like a band mic'd up in an fairly ambient room, just playing, you know, simple. But that's it just, you know, goes to show that producing isn't always this enormous thing that people think, you know. Anyway, there it is. I'll just finish by playing the whole song through and tweaking it as I go, and I'll see you for the next tutorial, whatever it is.
want a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we'll make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, I got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove. You got a fast car, I got a plan to get us out of here. Been working at the convenience store. Managed to save just a little bit of money. Won't have to drive too far. Just cross the border and into the city. You and I can both get jobs. Finally see what it means to be living. See, my old man's got a problem. He lives with the bar, that's the way it is. Said his body's too old for working. His body's too young to look like his. Mama went out and left him. She wanted more from life than he could give. I said somebody gotta take care of him. I quit school, that's what I did. You got a fast car, is it fast enough so we can fly away? We gotta make a decision. Leave tonight or live and die this way. Driving in your car, speed so fast I felt like I was drunk. City lights lay out before us and your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged. And I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone. Got a fast car, we go cruise and entertain ourselves. Still ain't got a job. I work in the market as a checkout girl. I know things will get better. You'll find work and I'll get promoted. We'll move out of the shelter, buy a bigger house and live in the suburbs. Oh, I remember driving in your car, speed so fast I felt like I was drunk. City lights lay out before us and your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged. And I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone. Got a fast car, I got a job, pays all our bills. You stay out drinking late at the bar, see more of your friends than you do your kids. I'd always hope for better, but maybe together said you and me find it. Got no plans, ain't going nowhere, so take your fast car and keep on driving. As I remember driving in your car, speed so fast I felt like I was drunk. City lights lay out before us, your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged. And I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone. Got a fast car, fast enough so we can fly away. We gotta make a decision. Leave tonight or live and die this way.
And there it is. Fast car, Tracy Chapman, yeah? And the technique of just creating the basic drum beat manually by opening it in the editor, getting the beat we want, putting a marker above it, copying that over, creating the intro, verse, any middle bits of playing between verses and choruses or after verses and choruses, and the chorus bit, then putting the guitars and bass down. So we just got the building blocks, and then copying with the markers to build the entire structure of the song from the basic building blocks. It's another way of using the drummer track with the arrangement markers to build a song. I hope that's useful, and I'll see you for the next one, whatever it is.